The following is a fan-based parody. Please support the official release.
Hey guys, if we reach 1,000 likes, we'll be giving out 2 of our new shirts. All you gotta do is click like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Angel can't pull out a flower easily, but is strong enough to bitch slap Fluttershy in multiple other scenes in other episodes. I guess the power of the pimp hand is strong with this one.
Oh, listen to that suffering. It must be in horrible agony. Oh, it sounds like a herd of injured chimerae. Or it's Cerberus with sniffleitis in 2 of its heads and kennel cough in his 3rd.
I'm convinced Fluttershy knows what's going on here, but it's just being a cheeky little at this point. You've seen every alternative version of her kind of be a bit of a dick, though something tells me she's got a little savage in her deep down inside.
Pinkie Pie? That's me!
So why is Pinkie exactly playing in the middle of the forest? Actually, why is Fluttershy picking flowers in the middle of the forest? Isn't this like the scary Everfree forest or something filled with monsters? Even as close as just being in Zekora's hut brings out some of the most terrifying creatures?
My little pony, my little pony.
Holy shit, I just noticed they're above the cloud layer. No, yeah, Twilight's definitely dead from like lack of oxygen or something here. Pinkie, for some reason, who's proficient with every other instrument, even at once in some scenes, is unable to play this instrument. Because I guess if she was actually magically proficient like she was with everything else, we wouldn't have an episode.
It's known to produce a fairly complicated, melodically rich and harmonious tone.
If it could do this, their eardrums would literally be shattered. This wouldn't be mild annoyance, this would be death.
That's with only a few days of practice! Can you believe it? Yes, I can.
I can honestly say I've never heard anything like it in my life.
Pinkie doesn't notice her friend's passive-aggressive nature and thinks that they're actually praising her for some reason, despite being with them for like 10 years and knowing how vindictive and petty they can all be.
And you're just waiting for me to finish talking so you can start playing again, aren't you?
Thumbnail.
Any ponyets think that sounded like an apple core caught up in a pulp grinder?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, Applejack and Rarity are voiced by the same people, and I wouldn't be surprised if she accidentally mixes up the 2 lines all the time. And since this almost made me laugh, I'm 100% sure it wasn't actually intentional, and was just her making a mistake, left in because why bother editing? It also makes the ships that they've been pushing really hard between Applejack and Rarity feel a little bit weird. I'm sure those are awkward to voice.
Right?
Yeah, we just need to be supportive of her practicing. So the getting better part happens as fast as possible.
You have magic! I know I say this all the time, but 99% of the problems in this episode could be solved by the fact that they have magic and could use some sort of spell to solve this issue, like making a shield that blocks the noise so that Pinkie can practice without disturbing the peace. Is there a reason why Pinkie's practicing in these places? Even if she was good at this, it would still be horribly disruptive and annoying. I mean, the animals are trying to sleep, Rarity's trying to work, and I guess all throughout this time, Pinkie never has to go to work herself. Security allows her to take this into the stadium. No, that's their eardrums. If this is what it does to apples, this is a weapon of mass destruction.
This answer your question? A trophy? For 2nd place. 2nd place! All because of Pinkie's playing!
You weren't racing. In fact, do the Wonderbolts even ever race? They're stunt flyers. We've never seen them compete against another team. Heck, we've never even heard mention of other flight teams in Equestria. It seems like the Wonderbolts are the only one.
I mean, I know we said we should all be supportive, but Pinkie's been playing for moons now, and she's not getting any better.
Moons? What is this time frame? Everything was shown as if it was back to back. I mean, if it wasn't, then why has Fluttershy still not been able to sleep? It's been months or years, apparently. That just also makes this entire season more disorienting. What is the time scale here? Has it been weeks, months, years? With Twilight School being built within the first episode, it just already throws everything into a loop. Time in the show is literally just an illusion. It's whatever the writers say.
And then I'll find a spell that will—
Oh, no. We're not going through that again. Remember how well it worked out when you weren't honest with Celestia about her acting ability?
Yes, we get it. You can indeed remember old episodes. You just most often choose to ignore them.
Pinkie, we all support you, but we're afraid you're just not good at the ovidiphone. And none of us want you to waste your time on something you can't do well.
Well, what? Where did the last part come from? How do we jump from you're being loud and disruptive to if you're not good at anything, you should just never try it because you're just wasting your time because you'll never be good at anything if you're not perfect right away.
We were all really nervous to tell you. Why? It's just a silly instrument. Wow, she took that so much better than I thought.
Yes, I'm sure Pinkie, who's a manic depressive, who goes all murdering over someone not liking her parties or not eating one of her pies, will take this completely fine. And this isn't just a front. It's almost like these characters have known each other for multiple years and have gone through this before, and that you would expect them to be able to read their own friends. So is there just a janitor who goes around cleaning the streets every night? I get it, Pinkie probably makes a mess and you're gonna need someone to clean up after her, but this guy just walks around the entire town with a trash can late at night, just picking up garbage.
Another beautiful day in Ponyville.
How come the flags are going crazy, but their hair is normal? I know it's Flash. I know it's not really supposed to be realistic, but if you're going to animate the flags like this, then at least give me a little wiggle on the hair.
It turns out, Pinkie may not have taken our critique of her ovidiphone playing in the spirit with which it was intended. I saw.
And now this pony can't pay her rent and will be homeless because friendship.
I don't get it. So she's no good at playing the ovidiphone. What's the big deal? There's so many other things she's really good at doing. And that's exactly what we'll show her.
Because nothing is worth doing it if you're not good at it. It makes you wonder how some of the writers still have jobs. What, she's supposed to be like the best at drinking tea? How is it supposed to show her the things that she's good at? She's so good at having a tea party with Fluttershy and her animal. Applejack looks down the barrel of a cannon for reasons. How did you burn the frosting and the cherries? Don't these go on after you put it in the oven? I mean, they certainly weren't on there when you put the batter in.
Then I hereby officially declare today Pinkie Pie Appreciation Day.
Again, what's with all the flags going crazy and their hairs being the same? I know this is probably a real nitpick, but I mean, you're on one of my videos, you should expect this. Don't they realize that they're not even close to the problems? I mean, these guys are literally friendship teachers, which again, they haven't done this entire episode. I actually legitimately forgot that they even had a school. What happened to classes?
Okay, who's gonna get it?
No need. Gummy's on it. In fact, there he is now.
They've never seen Gummy do anything, but for some reason, they trusted him to do this. Once again, ponies are dumb.
Maud, can I ask you a question?
You just did.
Well, can I ask you a question?
You just did.
Fine! How about if I ask you a— Wait.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Ponies are dumb. And this scene just solidified that.
Have you seen Pinkie Pie?
Lots of times. I grew up with her.
Mon has never been this literal, which again leads me to believe that she's also one of those people who are doing this on purpose just to be a bit of a twat.
She said without the Yakity-Sax her life had no meaning, and at least in Yakistan she could listen to the masters play. She hoped that would give her some semblance of happiness.
You know, there are records in this world, so why couldn't she just buy a record and get the experience like that instead of traveling to Yakistan in the hopes of hearing it? Also, I guess Pinkie decided to leave Gummy while moving because Gummy certainly didn't get packed up and wasn't with Pinkie, so...
Well, we may not be able to go to Yakistan and force her to come home, but we could go say goodbye. And if we happen to mention how much her friendship means to us, and how much we'd miss her if she were gone forever, and then she decided to come back home on her own...
Emotional manipulation disguised as them making their own independent choices. This is literally the Princess of Friendship.
We're almost there.
Nothing is propelling the balloon. This is just lazy.
No, sorry. I said I was sorry.
How high was it that she could fly straight down like that? What's the perspective here? Or are the yaks just super tall?
And how much we'd miss you if you decided to move here from...
Fine. I'll move back to Ponyville.
Pinkie cares more about the instrument than her families and friends. Mind you, she only knew this instrument for apparently a few months or weeks or days, while knowing her friends for like about a decade and her family her entire life. So this is the extent of Pinkie's love and affection.
I don't know if you've noticed, but the audience are all yaks, and they kind of have issues with things that aren't perfect.
That's racist.
Pinkie Pie, you get up on that stage and play. If these yaks don't like it, they'll have to answer to us.
If they don't like the playing that shatters their eardrums, the main six will literally shatter their kneecaps.
Your vidophone is instrument of happiness. Playing your vidophone make Pony happy. Pony playing is perfect.
Bullshit.